A lot has been said about the going-ons and off in the Triple C as led by Nelson Chamisa. The recalls, the political turmoil, the strategic ambiguity. Now, we, this evening, on the situation right now, get an opportunity to open the window into these happenings in the Triple C. Now, we are going to be speaking to the other side to hear the issues, why and how the recalls have happened, why they are happening, and what is going to happen going forward. In the situation right now with me, your host as usual, Dara being Hlanga, we talk to the Interim Secretary General, Tshabangu. We hear from him what is happening in the cockpit. Now join me just after this break as I'm joined in the studio by Tshabangu here on Heart and Soul TV and radio on the situation right now with me, your host as usual, Dara B. Secretary General of the Triple C, Tshabangu, welcome to the situation right now where we are going to be discussing issues around our body politics, our economy, the people, and the way forward for Zimbabwe. Now, maybe we could just start on the recent happenings in the country. On Thursday, the Minister of Finance announced the national budget, the 2024 national budget. What is the view and position of the Triple C on this budget?
Well, I think I'm not the Secretary for Finance. I'm sure you should direct that to the Secretary of Finance. We have deployees in the party who can really give that perspective. So I'm not at liberty. I'm trying to reconstruct the party, redefine the party, reconfigure the party. That is my responsibility at the moment. So those are the questions that should be directed to the people whom we have deployed in Parliament. They should be able to articulate those issues.
Who would be the Secretary of Finance, because we have not been privileged by this information?
We will. I think if we've got the Chief Whip, we can really discuss, because they interact with the Minister of Finance on daily basis. It is their responsibility to answer those questions. Those are parliamentary questions. So they are the deployees of the political party in Parliament. So those questions should be directed to them.
As a interim secretary general for a party that received a large chunk of the vote, on the political front, what is your view on the political front of the finance, especially the introduction of this luxury tax, and also the changing of civil servants COVID allowance now that it's taxable, the increase on targets? These are just basic human issues that a Secretary General of a political party must be able to talk to.
Absolutely. That's the reason why I'm here today. That's the reason why I've taken at the center stage, so that we become viable again. We have told people long back ago that ZANU-PF is vicious. ZANU-PF, you can't remove ZANU-PF because of reading a scripture. You cannot go on top of the mountain and hope that if you're going to read a scripture, then you're going to remove ZANU-PF. ZANU-PF is a vicious animal. It behaves like a dead animal. It has to be treated by every effort so that it's removed from power. But we are at our weakest now. We can't talk about removing ZANU-PF. This is why we have failed over the years. So this is the intervention that I'm bringing in, I'm calling on, that without a constitution, without institutionalizing the party, without having a collective decision, without having the collective resolve, you can't remove ZANU-PF. You can't even talk about ZANU-PF. But we need to be an alternative party.
Just let me stop you there. You say without a constitution. Can you explain that for me?
Look, I'm sure you saw the constitution that President Chamisa produced. It's one of the weakest, it's one of the saddest day in democracy.
Is that the actual constitution?
That's not the constitution.
That's
the reason. That's the reason why I'm here. He produced it in court, so it's a document that we have to live with it. We have to challenge that document because he produced it. It came from his pocket. Nobody knew about that constitution. If you ask Tendai Biti, he will tell you that he first saw it when it was produced in court. You ask Welshman Mugabe, he will tell you the same. Even Tabani Mpofu, the advocate who has been representing the CCC over the years, he doesn't even know the document. So these
own document?
Not our own document. We brought in the constitution of the CCC. Remember.
But you said no constitution. This
listen,
is why I want you to
listen. I'll come to that question. Remember, we are an offshoot of MDC Alliance. There's no question about that. Job Sikala, languaging in prison, he chaired that meeting because Tabita was not well. That gave birth to CCC. He chaired that meeting because he was an interim chairperson of the MDC Alliance. President Chamisa was on the interim basis, acting on the interim basis as the president of a CCC. So everyone was acting on interim basis. So what I'm saying is we had a constitution because we were not born by, we were never born from the air, but we were born through our paternity is from the MDC Alliance. But the question is, down the line, there was this creature which was formed by criminals around the president, which is structureless within the CCC movement. A movement which has produced this document that nobody even owns it. Nobody is aware of this constitution which has been produced by Nelson Chamisa, the president. So this is our fight, that we had this kind of a creature within the MDC which was structural, which was organic, which had structures across the country, and is being substituted by this structureless organization.
Yeah. But you as the SG, you said that you are at the weakest because you have no constitution. I want you to explain that part. Because you produced a constitution, which means you have a constitution. How do you then say you don't have a constitution as you sit here?
It's an interim constitution. We haven't gone to the Congress. It becomes a fully fledged constitution because it will be adopted by the Congress. Outside the Congress, it becomes an interim. Anybody can change it. So this is why I'm saying we don't have a really constitution, but we've got this document which we are using it on interim basis.
Can you help us understand the CCC MDC in your document that you produced in court? How can you help our viewers understand that part?
It's clear. Look, we were meant to go to Congress and elect a leadership. 3 fundamental issues, resolutions were passed in that National Council, which I sat on. 1, let's change the political party name from MDC Alliance to CCC. Agreed, endorsed. Let's change the color from red to yellow. Agreed, adopted. Let's change the symbol. Agreed, adopted. That was on the basis of an election. Therefore, we were meant to go to Congress so that we elect the leadership. We come up with a constitution which is adopted by the Congress, leadership elected by the Congress, resolutions adopted by the Congress, vision adopted by the Congress. But that was never done.
Let us talk about the constitution you brought in, Secretary General. Who gave you that? Who did that constitution that had 2 party names?
Look, even if you go and ask my friend, my brother, Job Sikala, the constitution that I'm carrying was supposed to be submitted to ZEC by Job Sikala and Job Mafume.
Jacob Mafume, then he was the mayor. On arrival at ZEC, they were called by President Chamisa not to submit it.
So you, a whole party with lawyers, Job Scala a lawyer, Jacob Mafume a lawyer, going to submit a document with 2 party names.
No, not
because the one that you brought before, which is before the court, it's got CCC and MDC used interchangeably.
Look, those are look.
So I'm asking you, the lawyers, all those lawyers,
look,
as educated and learned as they are, they were going to submit a document to ZEC with 2 party names. Is that what you're telling us?
Exactly, this is what I'm telling you. This is the document that Job Scala and Jacob Mafume were meant to submit it at ZEC, to register it at ZEC. And the phone call came that don't submit that constitution. There was no reason which was given. Already these criminals around the president, they were actually planning that, president, if you go with this constitution, you are going to empower the people. So let's keep everyone guessing. And everyone was guessing all these years. We have been operating.
Do you think it was not going to be a fatal error for the CCC to submit to ZEC a document with 2 party names?
Well, that is in court. Let's wait and see what court is going to decide.
We're not talking about the court. We're talking about you taking a document to ZEC and saying this is our constitution. Then ZEC opens it and finds 2 party names. Would that not be a fatal
Let's
error?
wait and see whether that is a fatal. The court is going to make a ruling on that, whether we produced or submitted a fatal document. So I don't think that we can really discuss, because that matter it's before the court. I think the judgment was reserved. Today there was a Supreme Court which threw out on technical points the application to review Mtebezi High Court judgment.
You recalled a number of legislators who were elected directly, triggering the December 9 by-elections. Are you confident that you will retain those seats?
Before even going there, the seats is done. We are going to look. The strength of the opposition since 2000, no matter how you call that, the name of the opposition, whether you call it MDC, you call it MDC Green, you call it CCC, the strength of opposition is in Matabeleland.
You recalled in Mavuko?
No. I'm talking about the strength of the party. It's in Matabeleland. That's where the strength is. The MDC was formed in Matabeleland. This is why you will see, if you go back to the composition of the MDC leadership, it comprised of senior members of the political party holding the senior positions coming from Matabeleland. So I have got no reason, no doubt at the back of my mind that we're going to retain those seats, because that is our background, that is our place, that is where we enjoy the support most than any other country.
You didn't recall in Matabeleland only. You also recalled in Rimba, also recalled in Mavuku Tafara, and in Rimba it's not even a stronghold. So I'm asking you if you are confident of retaining all the seats that you recall.
I thought we were moving step by step, because these recalls, they didn't come in bulk. They were systematic. They were in phases. I thought you were referring to the first phase of the recall, which had the bulk of the people coming from Matabeleland. And this is the by-election we are going in on the 9th of December. And I'm saying,
on the 9th of December, you're also going in a by-election Mavuku Tafara.
Exactly.
Yes. Are you confident of winning? You didn't even field in Mavuku Tafara.
No, let me correct you. Something that you don't even know. I signed for that boy in Mavuku Tafara. It's not Nelson Chamisa who signed for that boy. Go to ZEC now. I signed for him.
You recalled him? Then you signed for him. Why?
Listen.
I want to understand that logic.
Yeah. Exactly.
You recalled and caused the by-election, and then you then go back again and sign for someone you recalled.
Exactly.
I mean, it doesn't make sense.
No, don't be emotional. calm down. Calm down. Even in my first interview, I said there was a mistake of that recall. And I still maintain there was a mistake in that recall.
How does the Secretary General
there was
of a party
no
like
look
Tshisekedi
look
make a
I
mistake
look
like that?
there was a mistake.
How did you make that mistake?
That mistake, I have said it in a public space. I didn't hide it. There was a mistake.
How did you make that mistake?
And we wrote to the speaker. I'm not the first one to make a mistake. Monzora.
I didn't say you're the first one.
No,
I want to understand how you made the mistake.
No. I'm not going to go to that.
Why not?
It was a mistake.
How did you make it?
It was a mistake.
How did you
I
make
have
it?
told you that it was a mistake.
How?
No, it was a mistake.
How did you make it?
No, it was a mistake. Period.
You're not going to answer
It
that.
was. I'm not going to answer that. It was a mistake, and I wrote in terms of law that Mr. Speaker, we have made a mistake. Please act accordingly. But it was late. So the speaker didn't disregarded our intervention. So what we had to do as a party was to then readmit, because the guy was expelled by mistake. He was.
How do you do
Look,
that? How
look,
does that
look,
happen?
look.
I just
look.
don't understand.
Look.
I mean, Secretary
I'm
General.
telling you, I'm not the first one. Go back to Thokozani Kupe. He has written several letters to the Speaker of Parliament withdrawing them after he had really recalled them. Go to Monzora. He has done the same. So it's not that I'm the first one who made a mistake.
So you're making mistakes because other people have made them?
No, not. I'm justifying that. Don't make it as if my mistake is unforgivable.
I'm not saying it's
Yeah.
unforgivable. I'm asking you how.
I'm not going to answer the how part of it. But I think I've answered you that it was a mistake. But that's not important. What is important is you should be asking me that something that you didn't know. President Nelson Chamisa, Innocent Chagonda, who are the signatories, they didn't sign for this boy. As we speak. This is what you are supposed to tell the world.
That you recalled someone, you signed for them to go back, and President Chamisa didn't sign for him.
He didn't sign for him.
This is what we're supposed to tell the world.
Yes. He didn't sign for him, but he claims they claim to be their candidate. Meaning, listen, my brother, meaning between me and President, we communicate. I think you have seen these messages that have gone out in the social media. I communicate with President, but this time he's communicating through emissaries. So whatever is happening, the problem that you are having is that there is this gap between me and the President. There isn't. There is, in fact, a thin line between me and President.
No, but let us not mislead people here. Let us look at facts as they are. Right?
Yeah.
You don't attend meetings that your president attends. You say things.
Why?
You say things that are different from what your president says. Your president has filed an application before the court that you're not the Secretary General of the CCC, but you're saying you communicate to each other.
Okay.
Let's understand that.
Okay, very good one. Has President put his affidavit and say, I don't know Sengezo Chaba? Has President Nelson Chamisa put his affidavit that Sengezo Chabang is not interim Secretary General of the CCC? Has he done that? If not, why? We came a long way with that gentleman.
So why are you opposing each other?
Disagreements, they are there in any political institution. Professor Welshman Ngube disagreed with President Tsvangirai and walked away. But my situation is different. We are still together in the CCC, even if we've got disagreements, and we know one way or the other, one day we'll find each other. And I'm not going to be intimidated by these criminals around him that I am being sponsored by ZANU PF. Not at all.
You continue to speak saying I.
Because I'm at the center of this equation.
Who's backing you?
The citizens are backing me. These people you see whom we are recalling, replacing, they are replacements. They will be supported. They have got the support. They are going to win this election.
The candidates that you signed for in Blayo were beaten thoroughly on August 23, 24 elections.
Name one of them.
The ones that were that you had double candidates in Blayo on 23, 24, didn't you?
Yes.
Who signed for the other ones?
I signed for them.
They were beaten.
Precisely.
Yes.
Not thoroughly.
They were beaten
That's an understatement.
So what makes you think that those that you have backed and they were defeated?
Do you know that we have got a councillor who won in Kaudu Park?
Only one, yes.
No, not only one. You just said there is a councillor. Don't mean only one. We were at that time. This thing had not grown to this level, right?
You see it as
the movement had not grown to this level.
Which movement?
The movement that we are leading, these issues that we are raising, they had not really compounded and grown to this level. President Chamisa had not produced what he produced in court as a constitution. And that was a general election. It was not a by-election. So there's a difference between a general election and a by-election. A general election is centered on president.
In by-election,
everyone.
In by-elections, ZANU-PF performs much, much better.
But look, we performed better than ZANU in the general election. ZANU, we were second best in all the candidates that we fielded in Blawayo. We were second best. ZANU came third, distant third. We had no resources, we had no message, but people followed the idea.
And you were the Secretary General of a party that had no message. And you were okay
No,
with
I'm saying,
Mm-hmm.
we had no message than the message of the president. We were moving together with the president then.
So the president's message was not a message?
No, it was.
You said there was
no
message.
No. I'm saying from me. Mm-hmm. You never saw a poster. You never saw a flyer urging people to go and vote for our candidates. So we had no message.
I saw them.
No.
Pasha had messages. He was campaigning. If you go on social media right now, you will see his message campaigning in Country Park.
I'm saying the candidates that I signed for.
Why didn't they do that? If they
look,
people see candidates, why
look.
Mm-hmm.
At that time, they never carried the message of the interim secretary general.
So now they're carrying the message.
Exactly.
And your message is better than the president's message.
People decide who carries the more.
You are trying to make sure that people don't decide on that. Is it you have gone to court to block the other candidates from contesting because you claim you recalled them and they cannot represent the party?
Well,
right?
I can't.
So you're blocking the people from making that decision.
No.
Yes.
It is the constitutional right. Mm-hmm. I'm deriving that from our constitution. I'm deriving that from the national constitution. I'm deriving that from the principles of justice. Mm-hmm. They should prevail. It doesn't matter, even if President Chamisa disagrees with me on that one.
But principles of justice, let's talk about principles of
yes.
justice. Principles of justice say someone must be heard. Don't they?
They have been heard.
Did you
in court?
Before
they've been
you
heard in court.
People, did you sit down with them and heard them and give them a hearing? Did you do that?
Okay, that's a good question.
Because you're talking about justice.
That's a good question. Our constitution, my brother, is clear.
Yes.
If you join another political party, mm-hmm. you expel yourself.
Which party did they join?
I guess you're not listening.
Let's talk to Prince
wait. You were not listening to me.
Okay, I'm listening.
I'm saying, in terms of our constitution, if you join another political party, there's no due process. You have expelled yourself.
Okay.
I told you that there is a creature of an animal which is structureless within the movement.
So they've joined another
They have
political
joined
party.
another political party
Within the movement.
within the movement.
Help me understand this. So if you are in Triple C, but you're in Triple C, but it's structureless, it's another political party, but it's still Triple C.
This is why we are coming out. This is why we're correcting these things. Nelson Chamisa cannot run this institution as if he is running his tuck shop.
But you are doing the same.
No,
action.
I'm not.
Who did you sit
I'm
with
not.
to recall these people?
The leadership.
Who name them?
No, I can't.
Well, you're structureless.
No, I can't. No, I can't.
So you are dealing with shadows
Look,
here.
no, I'm not dealing with shadows.
So
I'm not dealing with shadows.
You're talking about structure, right?
Look.
No, can you
yes,
answer questions?
yes.
You're talking about structure.
Yes.
And the structure must have form. Give us the form.
Precisely.
Yes, what is your form?
President Chamisa is a structure. He's part of the structure.
Yes.
But he has gone astray.
Okay.
Okay.
Who is supporting you in the structure?
Right. Welshman Mugabe was elected in the Congress, same as President Chamisa. So is Tendai Biti. So is Charlton Wende.
Are these people supporting you?
Why not?
They are supporting you.
So is Vice President Kore.
So in this
are the national executive members. They are in support.
So in this interview right now,
yes,
you are saying Tendai Biti, Welshman Mugabe is behind these recalls and expulsions from the party.
Not the two of them.
No, we are going one by one.
No,
we are going one by one.
The list is endless.
Yes, but we are going one by one.
We've got about 42 members of national executive.
Yes, who go to the 42.
Yes.
Welshman Mugabe is supporting you.
Precisely.
Tendai Biti is supporting you.
Yes.
Charlton Wende is supporting you.
Yes.
And you sat down with meetings with them and they expelled these people.
Absolutely.
Amazing. And why have they denied this in public?
Who has denied?
Tendai Biti issued a note signed by him, and he said he is not part of this. These recalls are illegal, and he doesn't support you.
If he doesn't support me, he should go to court and say I don't support Tshabangu. You don't climb on top of the mountain and say no, I don't support Tshabangu. Yet there are issues in before the court. Go to court and put an affidavit that I don't support on behalf of the Triple C, and say Tshabangu, look, my brother. This is politics. You are in the media. Yes. We have been in this politics for years. If Tendai Biti is sincerely honest, true to himself, instead of who is this guy who signed that affidavit? Timber. Why would Timber, a national executive member, sign an affidavit challenging my authority? Yet there is Tendai Biti who supports President Chamisa.
But Tendai Biti doesn't have a position in Triple C. He said it in his
letter. You don't understand. He doesn't have a position in this structureless creature, animal, which was created by President Nelson Chamisa.
It's called what?
Structureless, strategy of ambiguity.
It is called what? What is the name
I
of
don't
this
know.
structure?
Because we've got one Triple C, but there is this.
You're saying the president of the party does not lead the party that you purport to lead. He leads something else that is structureless, that doesn't have a name.
The criminals.
These people
wait. Let me coin it yes. properly. The criminals around the president, they are pushing from this well-structured organization because they fear the challenge, they fear the constitutionalism, they fear the leadership, they fear to be challenged, they fear accountability by the organs of the party, they fear to be challenged by the organs of the party, and then they are moving him away from the core principles, values where this party was found. So they are actually pushing. President Chamisa doesn't have any problem. I was even speaking to him last week.
Through
emissaries. So why would President Chamisa send emissaries all the way from Harare to come to the poor Bulawayo undeveloped city and meet me? Doesn't that send a message? The minutes that you saw being publicized are correct. In fact, that's a scratch in the surface. There is more. Now there's an initiative in my church leaders. He has sent church leaders to come and talk to me. And I've created a committee of church leaders in Bulawayo to meet these church leaders who are coming from President Chamisa.
Why is he not talking to his vice president and talking to you?
Well,
If you say these people are supporting you and investing vice president.
I'm on the driving seat now.
Oh, okay.
I'm on the driving seat now.
I want also to understand, you talk about the vice president being Tendai, talk about the vice president being Washman Mugabe. And
Yes.
we know in that structure, Charlton Wende is the Secretary General. How
Yes.
did you remove him from that post?
Leaders, they come and go, they are replaced. If you go out at work, does your employer have to wait for you if you have gone without reporting and hoping that no Mhlanga is going to come back and without notice? If the labor laws says that if you go 5 consecutive days without notifying your employer.
That's what your constitution says.
I'm just giving you as an example.
I
So
want to know how.
Charlton Wende went all. And we need to fill the vacuum.
But Secretary,
Yeah.
are you even listening to yourself? You said Charlton Wende is sitting in the executive up to now and he's supporting you. And now you're saying he went well and he was fired.
No,
So,
he is
make me
supporting
understand.
me. He is supporting me as an individual.
He went to
Right?
our
Look,
well
yeah,
so that he
he,
supports
he,
you.
he is supporting me as an individual.
Not as a party.
No, he is supporting me as an individual because he doesn't have a position of the Secretary General anymore. Have you ever seen him going into public or go into court and say, no, I was the Secretary General? They are comfortable with what I'm doing. Charlton Wende is comfortable. He is there in Parliament, comfortable. He is actually giving me the feedback every day on what is happening in Parliament.
Do you have proof?
Yes, I will give you the proof.
Can you give us the proof?
No, I don't have it here. If you had really told me that you wanted that proof, I was going to give you. In fact, I'm going to meet him tonight. Why should I hide? He is representing the caucus. I will beat these people. Look, my brother, you ignore me at your own peril. I am sitting here, not on my liking, but I'm sitting here driven by the voices of many people that were angered during this election.
So this is about anger.
It's not about anger, recorrecting.
Since you started World
Let me tell you something.
Since you started World
Let me tell you, the Jews, they kill in the name of God.
You are killing in the name
No. Get me right. The Jews kill in the name of God. In Zimbabwe, politicians lie in the name of God.
So you are lying in the name of God.
I said politicians.
You are a politician.
I've never took a Bible and lie.
No,
But some leaders have taken a Bible, taken scriptures, and lied.
You say Nelson Chamisa is your president. And from the time you started speaking, you have not have a single nice thing to say about him.
He is surrounded by the criminals. One day, I think he will be one of the happiest men because I'm cleaning this movement. He has the capacity, he has the charisma, he has the appeal. But look, Joshua Nkomo had all, maybe better than what Nelson Chamisa has. He didn't govern this country. Herbert Chitepo was eloquent, very eloquent lawyer, but he never governed this country.
Maybe because he had people like you who backstab them when they need them.
No, if you are going to take it as if I'm backstepping Nelson Chamisa, then I will receive that. But I'm telling you, the people out there, I'm their hero. Because how do you justify a situation, a party like Triple C, which wants to challenge the state power, doesn't have a constitution? we are still having an interim constitution. One, we have got a 4-page document where the name of the president is encroached in that constitution. It only happened in Malawi. And
It happened in Zimbabwe.
with who? With Nelson Chamisa?
No.
With who?
With President Robert Mugabe and Morgan Tsvangirai under the
No,
global
no.
political agreement,
No.
which
no,
brought in the Prime
no,
Minister
no,
and the
no,
President.
no. Don't put it that way. Don't put it that
This
way.
is a fact.
No.
You can't dispute
You see, this is the problem. You are the people who are going to put Nelson Chamisa into drain. You need to criticize President Chamisa.
But you know,
Look. No. President Chamisa remains my president.
But you've destroyed him.
No.
You've destroyed
If this what I'm doing, in the eyes of many, they will feel that I'm destroying it. No, I'm strengthening him.
No, but you have destroyed him.
Imagine if he had won the election, what was going to happen? One, look at the caliber of MPs that we have today, that we deployed in parliament. If we had won this election, who was going to be Minister of Finance? Who was going to be Minister of Agriculture? Who was going to be Minister of Education? From the crop of leadership that we have. Because these criminals, they took their wives, they took their girlfriends, they took their boyfriends.
And they left you.
Not me. My brother, I was provincial chairperson of MDC during the period of
Also a member of
wait. Let me tell you, I'm not position oriented. During the period
But
of
you-
wait.
let's get this right. You said you're not
No.
position-oriented. Yes.
Don't abuse me. Let me finish my point. I was the provincial chairperson of MDC from the period of 2007 to 2013. Then under Morgan Tsvangirai we had a constitution, properly constitution.
But you failed to govern.
Wait, obviously. But that gave the power, the provinces. Provincial chairperson and provincial secretary were designated officials countersigning the nomination forms for all candidates in their province. I could have given me a position to be a Senate. But there are so many people, councillors, that I signed, that I worked for. MPs, I produced MPs, councillors, senators. So if I wanted to be the senator, I could have really put my name. So I'm not that power hungry.
But you took over a position of the interim secretary general without an election.
No.
That's what you
Why
just
don't you challenge the appointment of President Chamisa? Who appointed him?
I'm just using your analogy. You said that the Triple C came from the MDC Alliance, right? So if it came from the MDC Alliance, then it means Nelson Chamisa was elected at your Gweru Congress. According to you.
Yes.
You were not elected anyway.
Yes. But it doesn't mean, where was Ostalos elected as a spokesperson?
Is he the spokesperson?
Who is the spokesperson?
I'm
Was
asking-
Mahere?
I am asking
No,
you,
was Mahere, look, my brother. Was Mahere elected at the Gweru Congress? Congress.
The spokesperson of the party.
Yeah, I'm asking.
I'm
Yes.
responding to you.
Yes.
So that maybe you understand
Yeah.
your own constitution.
Yeah.
The spokesperson of the party, of the MDC Alliance, at that time was non-elected.
Was none elected.
Yes.
So
was
who?
appointed by the
So who was appointed then?
The Secretary General was elected, right?
Who was appointed?
It was
You seem to be known.
Daniel Molokeli was
So
the
who?
first
All right. Who removed him?
the person who appointed him.
Who appointed Mahere?
The person who appointed Daniel Molokeli.
Who appointed Ostalos?
The person who appointed Daniel Molokeli.
So how can you have a party which has got one appointee, which has got one authority?
No, I am asking you the simple question.
So where? No.
You said you're not position oriented, right?
That was
But
our
you-
departure point, my
but you-
brother.
but you
Our
took
departure
over-
point. Our departure point. Listen, these issues were calculated, culminated by the events. when Daniel Molokele, it's not Nelson Chamisa who appointed him. It was the collective National Executive Committee that appointed him.
Because your constitution,
Exactly.
the MDC Alliance constitution
It says that.
doesn't say that. It says the MDC Alliance constitution at that time, even as it is used by Douglas Monzora right now, it says the president appoints the spokesperson of the party.
Appoint, but the discussion will have come from the National Executive. National Executive give and adopted by the National Standing Committee, and then after the recommendation of the National Standing Committee, and then the president appoints. It will have gone through those processes. So you can't teach me about MDC.
Let's
politics.
Let's not teach you. Let's understand.
I was in the same trenches with Nelson Chamisa, president. He was the president of the youth, and I was in that national executive, deputized by Mahlangu. So I'm not new in this politics.
So the national executive sat down and said they're removing Charlton Wende and they are replacing him with you.
Absolutely. But I'm giving you the simple question. Why, if these people genuinely they are aggrieved that I'm not the Secretary General, why don't they go to court and put an affidavit?
The same people were aggrieved over the elections.
Come on. You are protecting something that you can't even...
I'm asking you a question so that you answer and clarify. Why do you think it's protection?
It's protection because you seem to not understand where I'm coming from. But if it's for the people to understand, then make it easier for people to understand. Don't complicate the narrative that I'm giving you.
It's your business as Secretary General to make it easy.
But don't complicate the narrative that I'm giving you.
Uncomplicate it.
Don't water it down in your own, because you want me to answer the way you understand the MDC setup, the way you understand the CCC setup. But I'm saying you are a journalist. I'm inside. So if I were you, you will listen to me carefully and have a scope to say, let me compare with what I've heard from this other side. So is this guy coming from the moon? But if you are going to be the judge here in this forum and the interviewer, then you'll have a problem. Allow people to judge me.
You're contradicting yourself. You say the CCC was born from the MDC, right? And
where is the contradiction?
You say the CCC was born from the MDC alliance, right?
Yes.
And you said the people who held their positions in the MDC alliance held their positions in the CCC.
Exactly.
But you had no position in the MDC alliance.
I don't know.
That's a massive contradiction.
I don't know. That's not a contradiction.
What is it?
I'm saying
that's the first contradiction.
We are an offshoot of MDC. We had structures, organic movement, collective decision, abided by the constitution, which was the interim constitution, which we produced and which is submitted to ZEC, which is submitted to court. And along the way, criminals around the president disbanded this outfit, which was born through the MDC, which is an offshoot of the MDC, and created a structureless. This is why you see now Professor Welshman Mugabe is not active. This is why you will see Tendai Biti is not active. How many rallies I'm going back to the general election. How many rallies did Tendai Biti attend?
I saw him
running.
I saw him in
you can name. No, you can name them.
There
There was Marondera one. There was he was not even there in Maswingo. But President Chamisa launched a campaign as an independent candidate, presidential candidate. The structures that were around him never supported him.
Now that after he won this seat, the structures around him are taking over.
CCC was an offshoot of MDC. It remains.
So
regardless.
So then the real person who's supposed to be running this show is as given by the Supreme Court, Douglas Monza, because he's the one who was given. It was given to Thokozani Kupe. Thokozani Kupe then lost it in an election.
Which Supreme Court are you talking about?
The Supreme Court of the Mashavile case.
No, we are not talking about Mashavile case. Why don't you talk about the Supreme Court judgment which came today?
That is for the Triple C. You're talking about an offshoot.
Exactly.
Of the
Yes.
MDC. So if you're talking about the offshoot of the MDC, it means that you are MDC because your constitution says Triple C, MDC. You're actually confused.
We are not confused. We
Which party are you?
can't
Which
can't be confused about our paternity.
Which party are you?
There's no confusion
Which
about our
party are
paternity.
you?
I'm Triple C.
Where was the Triple C Congress held?
There hasn't been a Congress. This is where we're going.
Where were you elected as Triple C internal?
I was appointed
By who?
by the leadership.
Which leadership?
Leadership of the Triple C.
Name them.
No. Understand, these matters are in court.
But you can
So
name the
wait,
leadership.
no, I said leadership.
Yes, but you can name them.
No, leadership.
So you're formless, you're structureless, and you have no names.
Well, it's up to you.
So
You can give it to me, I will receive.
so
But
so you're-
I have
so
told
you're
you.
the same animal that you're fighting.
No, I've told you. If you decide to put your words into my mouth, then that's it.
No, I'm not putting words in my mouth.
I have
I'm
told-
describing what you're saying.
I have told you, my brother, that I was appointed by the leadership. But therefore, in fact, to talk about this case, I was not even supposed to talk about it. I was supposed to refuse to talk about it because it's before the court. So I did you a favor, just to scratch from the surface. So I can't go beyond that, I'm afraid. Wait for the court on Monday. Wait for the judgment which was reserved until it comes out. Then you invite me into this law. I will show you the affidavit of who signed me, who signed for me to be the interim secretary general.
Is that affidavit is not before the court?
It is.
So you can.
No, I can't.
Because it's
No, I
already
can't.
public
Go and get it. Go and get it. My lawyers strictly told me that don't talk about this matter.
About the affidavit.
It's before the court. So if you can't wait, then tough luck.
We will wait. Is it?
Yeah.
We have no
Yeah.
choice.
Yeah.
Let us talk about how you're going to move the Triple C forward.
It's clear. Our roadmap is very clear, with clear signposts that we need to institutionalize this movement. We can't be structureless. We can't be confused to this structureless movement. We are an organic party. We need to have a situation whereby, as a party, we go to Congress, we go to conferences, decisions are made. So we are planning. In no time, I will unveil the dates of the Congress. In no time, I will unveil the roadmap to Congress. In no time, I will unveil a clear, mandatory, a trajectory, a plan that is going to give this party back to its founding values and principles. In no time.
And you see yourself with the power and the support and the appeal to do that?
If I had no support and power and appeal, I wouldn't have really supported, I wouldn't have really recalled the people. To show you, no, wait. To show.
Don't need support of the people. They just need support from one person who's
Well,
the speaker. Is it not?
The problem, Mhlanga, with you is that you don't want to give me the chance to
You're
explore.
not answering the question.
No, I will answer it.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead.
Allow me to explore.
Okay.
All right. If I had no power, if recalling members of parliament is not power, if causing a by-election is not power, then I don't know the definition of exercising the power.
You do have power in the hands of ZANU-PF, don't you?
Well, my friend, maybe you're a product of ZANU, maybe your parents were ZANU. I was never a ZANU, and I will never a ZANU. My parents, my mother, who carried me 9 months, was never a ZANU. My father was never a ZANU, and I will never be a ZANU. I have challenged the ZANU PF before I was born. I have got scars. I was never born like this. These are the signs of ZANU PF. I'm impaired because of ZANU, because I've been challenging ZANU PF. So for you in this forum to say I'm being used by ZANU is regrettable. Because the same people who are the beneficiaries of ZANU PF, who are holding these positions today, they claim they don't know ZANU. Yet they benefit from ZANU.
But you are benefiting from it.
The
power that you have
look,
has been handed to you solely by ZANU PF. At this point,
in which way?
It is the speaker of ZANU PF who accepted your letter.
Am I the first one?
It doesn't matter.
No, Speaker was Speaker. Look. Speaker received a letter. He acted in terms of law. They challenged the Speaker, those who were recalled. They went to court challenging the Speaker that he acted outside his mandate. And they withdrew that challenge. So why are you putting back to me? They withdrew they withdrew that matter in court and saying Speaker acted fairly. And you are coming into this forum and you are saying
they never said he acted fairly. They just withdrew.
What was the reason for withdrawal?
We don't know.
It was clear in court that they said Speaker, the challenge. Speaker was summoned, that Speaker acted unfairly. Speaker acted outside his mandate. And the same people that you come here and protect, withdrew the matter in court. And then you are coming here and saying, I benefited from ZANU PF.
Every press conference that ZANU PF has held, every press conference, they have held you, even supporters of ZANU PF, on social media, they are looking at you as a hero.
Look, because I can face, we don't want to create a dictatorship. Robert Mugabe within ZANU was not challenged. And people were happy about his eloquence. Eloquence doesn't transform.
This is the reason why I stop you, because you're not answering the question.
I'm going to come to your question.
Maybe come to the question, then
I'm
go
going
aside.
to come to your question. Robert Mugabe was not challenged in ZANU PF because they feared him. I have challenged the authority in the Triple C. If people are going to give me an award that I have done exceptionally well, I'll take it. If people are going to criticize me of challenging the dictatorship, I'll also take it.
When your opponents clap hands for you, you think they're doing
it doesn't matter. If Highlanders and Dynamos play at Papa Fields, if Peter Ndlovu outplays his opponents, the same Dynamo supporter will applaud to Peter Ndlovu that he is a player. I have seen that.
I've seen Charles Mabika, who was a commentator, being fired for supporting Nigeria by this Zimbabwean government.
Those were the authorities, but I'm talking about practical issues here.
You are gifting ZANU PF.
No, justify.
You are gifting them by strategically recalling in areas where the game is most likely to be won by ZANU PF.
Wait.
Let us talk about being
let ZANU PF clap hands. I'm coming for them.
Where are you coming?
They are clapping hands now because I'm Peter Ndlovu. I have outplayed their defenders, and they say no. This guy. Wait. They are clapping hands
because you're up to playing your own defenders.
My brother, let me finish.
You're scoring own goals.
Let me finish. No, I haven't scored my own goal. Let me finish. I am Peter Ndlovu at Papa Fields or at National Sports Stadium. Highlanders playing Dynamos. I am a Highlanders supporter fan. Dynamo supporters, because they have got the national interest. They know that Peter Ndlovu is a Zimbabwean, even if he doesn't play for his team, but he has played better than their players, they will give him a round of applause.
And these are the people you're calling dictators.
And I'm saying, once I'm done with the Triple C, I'm coming for them. We will be talking about the national question issues.
Do you know?
We will be talking about the economy that we're talking about.
Do you know Douglas Monzo? Do you know him?
I am a student of Douglas Monzora.
He sat in the same chair you're sitting right now. And he spoke exuberantly and confidently as you are doing right now. Today he holds Harvest House. No councillor, no MP, all lost.
I'm saying this with Tshabangu. The person that we are talking about is Douglas Monzora. We're two different people. I'm his student.
Doing the same things.
I'm his student. It doesn't mean that even if a teacher, your student can perform better than your teacher, he can excel in life better than your teacher.
So you have been learning from Douglas Monzora?
No, not from Douglas Monzora, but I can't. Douglas Monzora taught me a lot of things during the labor movement. He was our lawyer during the days of Morgan Tsvangirai. So I cannot come in this platform and say because Douglas Monzora failed politically or Douglas Monzora had some misgivings with ZANU-PF, whichever you call it, and then I discredit him here.
No, I'm not saying discredit him. I'm saying, do you learn from history?
I'm a student of history.
And you think you have learned from history?
Yes, I've learned. Watch where we're going, watch what I have said today, and judge me with what I have said today.
Just recently there was a video of you exonerating ZANU-PF from Gukurahundi. Let's talk about it.
When was it done? I think this is the question. When was that video done?
You could tell us. You're the one who was in
because we're saying recently. Let me tell you, it's not a recent video. And they are giving you what they want you to hear.
And we want you to explain.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
That video was done in Bulawayo at the Rainbow Hotel during the Moklandi Commission. So somebody has gone there and extracted something which will suit his or her narrative. And I still stand by my conviction, and I still stand by my views, like anybody else, because I'm a Zimbabwean. The context of that video was, what role did ZANU-PF play in the Gukurahundi? What role did state play in the Gukurahundi? My submission was, we were killed by not the members of ZANU-PF. We were killed by the members of state. Today, the same members of state, they are holding the reins of power. I can name them. But it's there. So if these people, because they captured ZANU-PF, and the people were not supposed to focus on ZANU-PF. People were supposed to focus on the separation between the state and the party. And this is the major problem that we have as a country.
Just in this interview, you said you had your parents and stuff like they were injured by ZANU-PF. Now,
well, in plural, when you go out there, because people they don't know the definition of state.
But you know,
you will say, but yes, exactly, exactly. Because ZANU, in fact, is not ZANU which captured state. It is the state that captured ZANU. It is the state that captured ZANU. Because ZANU was a vehicle. It was a liberation movement. And then the state captured ZANU. Decisions were not made in ZANU-PF. Decisions were made by the state operators.
How do you know that?
I know.
You were there when the decisions
I was
were made?
not there.
So how do you
but
know?
the history, where was Sekaramai? What role was he playing? He was the minister of what? Who was the minister of security? These people, when they make these decisions, they were making this decision as the state.
But deployed by ZANU-PF.
Deployed by ZANU-PF.
So you said, so who captured who?
I'm saying state captured ZANU.
So they're the same.
It's academic. People
I said so they are the same. So why are you trying to split them?
No, people need to understand.
Mm-hmm.
When you are dealing with state, you're not dealing with ZANU.
But you just said ZANU-PF injured you, and
Exactly.
And then now you're saying you're doing it for people.
When we want to purify, and like in this forum, debate it academically, I will still stand and say ZANU captured. I will still say state captured ZANU. You will say ZANU captured state. You have got your reasons. That's your conviction. Those are your views. Those are my views. If I'm wrong, it doesn't matter. I will die with that conviction.
No, on this platform,
yeah.
I question your views. When you put forward your view, I question it so that we test it. This is what I'm basically doing.
Yeah.
You are contradicting yourself. Why are you doing that?
I'm not, because look, you need to understand. As a political party, our enemy is not the state, but it's ZANU-PF. It's our opponent. But it becomes a difficult situation when the state captures the political party that you are fighting. Our competitors is not the state. I'm part of the state, you are part of the state. You are contributing to the state.
So you killed people in Tshabangu?
No, I'm talking about what now. I'm talking about now. I'm not talking about yesterday. And I'm saying our competitor now, if you ask me, who is your competitor? I would say it's ZANU-PF. I'm not going to say my competitor is state.
But at the moment your competitor is in Triple C, is it not?
No, these are disagreements in Triple C. These are disagreements like in any household. Kids, one will say, I want that shirt, the other one say, he wants that shirt, they fight. And then would you disown those kids and say that they don't belong to you?
So those people that you have disagreed with all in the Triple C are just Triple C?
They are Triple C.
But you said they joined another party.
Look. Understand, they formed this thing and they call themselves Triple C.
So you're saying the Triple C is split?
I cannot say it's split in a way because there hasn't been rupture at the moment.
So just for us as we wind down, Secretary General, you said people joined another party and therefore you expelled them.
Absolutely.
But you do not know the name of that party.
The creature of the name is called Triple C, structureless.
But it's Triple C.
Triple C.
So they didn't join in another party.
It's another political party which does not have a constitution, does not have a structure.
So there are two Triple Cs.
There is one Triple C.
But
within that Triple C, there's an animal called Triple C without structure.
Okay. So basically what you are saying is that they joined another party within the party.
They joined another party.
Within the party.
Within the party.
And where...
That causes expulsion.
Okay. And these people have refused and they denied that they have joined another.
Wait, my brother. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Let me elaborate. You are speaking to a astute politician here. I mean, I've never lied.
You said politicians.
I said, you know the politicians who lie telling the Bible.
No, can you please name them?
No, I'm not going to name them.
Why?
You know them.
I don't.
You know them who post the scriptures every day. They lie.
I know a lot of politicians.
Yeah, so those are the ones. You have never seen me posting the scripture in Facebook or in Twitter or in wherever. I've never carried the Bible and lie. But we have got politicians who lie in the name of God. My question, your question is, by the way, I think you've just diverted me. Your question is, what was your question?
You said that people are fired from the party after joining another party, right? And you are saying...
Okay, got it. If MPs, for heaven's sake, they were true and genuine, like you purport to represent their cause, the first thing they were going to challenge was their expulsion. They never did that. it means there's a consent, they are in agreement. But they went to challenge their recalls, and hoping that Mudenda was not supposed to act the manner in which he acted. And they took Mudenda to court, and they withdrew their charges against Mudenda. Today, Thabani Mpofu wanted to bring back the matter that was withdrawn by the MPs, bring back the challenge, Mudenda, the action of Mudenda, and it was thrown out by the Supreme Court. So clearly, my brother, these people, politically, we agree. For your own information,
but let's just be clear here.
yeah,
Someone cannot challenge their recall if they are okay with the expulsion. I mean, that doesn't make sense.
no, you start from the party.
But the party did not write to them.
No.
Did you write to them that you had expelled them?
Look,
Did you?
the constitution,
No, can you answer that question?
how do I write someone who has expelled himself?
So they didn't know. If I put it to you that they didn't know that they had been expelled.
If you see, because expulsion, it starts from the expulsion, and then it goes to parliament. So what they were supposed to do was to come back to the party, and so that we readmit them in party, we talk to them in the party, within the party, we clear themselves within the party.
But you were supposed to do that before you expel someone.
No. Listen.
I mean, it's funny.
The aggrieved person. If you are expelled, you want to seek a recourse. I'm not the one. The authority is not the one who is going to look for you.
No, but you can't.
But the person who is affected seek the authority. So the MPs were supposed to come back to the party.
But they don't.
Wait.
But they don't recognize your authority.
No, if
And the party says it doesn't recognize your authority.
If you don't recognize my authority, then tough luck. You go to parliament, you get expelled, you get recalled.
Some people say that. Some people are saying that, in their view, that you don't really mind about the argument that you put forward, whether it makes sense or not, as long as you have powers to recall that is supported by ZANU-PF, you're fine. Is that correct?
But I think I've told you that I've never been ZANU. I was never supported by ZANU. ZANU-PF would really, like any other
Just
party.
it's possible, is it not possible for you to sit here and lie? Because you have said that Tendai Biti's letter that he wrote was a lie because he supports you. What makes you the only person who tells the truth?
Well, I have never lied before.
Everyone else is lying except you. Why?
I have never lied before, and lying is not part of my DNA. I'm coming from a marginalized province. We use our strength very calculatively because we are marginalized ethnic group. So to me, if you think I have got a track record, which you can still go today, I have excelled myself. I excelled very well during my days as the provincial chairperson, even as the labor movement trade unionist. For your own information, the catering industry, when I left, it was the second highest paying organization during my time. So I know what I'm doing.
Secretary General,
Yeah.
who is paying your legal bills?
Well, diaspora does. We have got so much support, which is coming from diaspora.
The law of this country does not allow Zimbabweans to receive money from the diaspora.
No, remitting, it's
I said
allowed.
received.
No.
I said received.
No.
Political parties cannot
No,
be funded.
This is
by-
not a funding. This is a cause. President Chamisa had a GoFund because there was a cause for him to replace his motorcade vehicle, which was smashed by ZANU-PF.
Was it replaced?
You can ask him where the money went.
You're talking about it. You are the Secretary
The
General. of
money was received. You should go and ask him where is the car. And this is what diaspora is asking.
I'm asking you, the
So
Secretary
was
General
that
of
a
the
crime?
party. You're the Secretary
Okay,
General
no,
of the party.
was that? It's coming. My brother.
If indeed
My
he
brother.
received, it's a crime.
My
If
brother,
indeed he received, it's a crime.
my
Mm.
brother. We are going there.
Mm.
For your own information, as the Secretary General, I need to know if all political agents received their money.
You don't know?
Listen,
I'm
I'm collecting the information from each province.
But you're the one who's supposed to be at the center.
Listen,
You're the one who's
listen,
supposed to be telling
listen,
people, is
listen.
it not?
Allow me to
No,
unpack.
yeah.
Allow me to unpack my program
Mm.
to the viewers.
Mhm.
Okay?
Mhm.
I'm collecting data
Mhm.
that all our polling agents, did they receive their monies? How much was it supposed to be?
And you don't know?
Listen, my brother, I have the information. I'm just giving you the information for your own consumption. I know how much they were supposed to get.
And you should know how much if they were paid.
Listen,
Because you're the Secretary
this is
General,
why
aren't you?
that challenged my position, my authority. And I'm telling you, in the next coming days, this is what I'm going to be telling you, giving you the information.
I'm
I'm going to prepare a dossier.
So far,
Which-
you have candidates who are going to be in by-election on the 9th of December. Have you campaigned for them?
No, I haven't been in any. People are there campaigning for themselves. They know what they want.
For the Secretary General.
Yeah, I am busy with reconfiguring the party. My hands are full. It's not even the President Chamisa. He was not everywhere. If he's going to go to Bulawayo, he's going to go to Bulawayo. But it will depend. Because like I'm telling you, as I'm sitting here, I put an application that the candidates who were recalled, they can't come back using the same name and contest in the same election. The same people that we recalled, they cannot sign for other candidates using the same name.
Who signed for these people who were accepted by ZEC?
Which people now?
The ones that you say are not the members of Triple C, but
We know Innocent Chakonda. We know Stabile Mlilo in Bulawayo. We know Begi Mlocho from Mat South. There are quite various signatories.
So before an election, before the 23-24 general election, ZEC asked for signatures for people who would be able to sign for candidates. Were these names submitted to ZEC?
Yes.
This that you're talking about?
Yes, they were submitted.
Were these people recalled from the Triple C?
Yes, we recorded
I
them.
mean, the people who signed
Yes, I wrote the letter.
to Tinois and Chagona.
Yes, no, to ZEC, recalling them.
No, you recalled them from ZEC.
Exactly.
So you have the Triple C has people at ZEC.
No, the letter. I recalled the letter. That
You are the one who
I
wrote.
withdrew.
You are the one who wrote the letter to ZEC.
I have the mandate.
No,
as
I want
Secretary
to follow you so that
Yeah,
I understand
yeah.
what you're saying. Where you're
Yeah.
coming. Who wrote the letter putting Innocent Chagonda to be able to be a signatory?
I don't know who wrote it.
So you are recalling someone that you didn't appoint.
Because
But you were
everything,
but at that point you were the interim secretary. General.
everything,
Uh-huh.
everything should be under the armpit of the Secretary General.
So why didn't you refuse this before the 24?
Look, my brother,
20
this party, these criminals have put this party in a mess. And this is the mess that I'm cleaning. This is the mess that I'm doing.
You sitting there.
You can't, as a person, appoint a person to be a signatory because you hold a position of authority.
But you're doing the same.
No, I'm not.
You as a person want to withdraw.
I have consulted the people that I talked to you about.
But maybe the same person, if we sit
No.
down with them, they'll say they've also consulted.
No.
We have seen meetings of what is called the change.
It doesn't exist in our constitution. It exists in this triple-S, structureless constitution.
But it's
We've
an
got
organ-
nothing to do with that.
You have nothing to do
We
with
have
that.
nothing to do with that.
So in short,
Yeah.
you're saying you have nothing to do with your president.
No,
But it's your president who's addressing that.
Maybe he will be just winding up time.
Mm.
He will be winding up time because it doesn't exist. President Chamisa. I didn't want to say this. I didn't want to say this.
Please
President Chamisa is captured.
Mm.
You know when somebody is captured. When Robert Gabriel Mugabe was captured by the security forces, when you go to toilet, you need a permission. When you are captured, when you need a cup of tea, you need a permission to those who have captured you. So President Chamisa is captured by these criminals, and we are dealing with them. We have removed their wives from parliament. We have removed their girlfriends from parliament. And President Chamisa is in support of that.
So Prince Dubeko is whose wife?
Prince Dubeko is different. I told you that Prince Dubeko joined another political
Which
party.
party?
This structureless, but you keep on coming.
No, you said you have removed their girlfriends. So
I'm saying some. It's not all of them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's not all of them. We have removed these girlfriends who were appointed.
Whose girlfriend did you remove?
No. The document is coming. The document is coming. Why? Let me not preempt the document in each and every constituency that we've dealt with. We will justify that we removed so and so. He was bribed so much to get into that position. You saw that video of that woman in Mashonaland East. That woman who said because ashakwanise kuti susu chakura ashakwanise kuti chirare nevanhu because chakura ashakwanise kutora position. It's there in the public domain, but you have never interrogated it. You come here and you want to question. You have never called this. Wait, my brother.
Did you air that video?
No, my brother.
Did you air that video?
Why not?
No, I'm
several
asking
times.
You, did you air
several times?
That video was taken by a journalist. It was aired by the media. So don't tell the media
Exactly.
what it's not doing because we're doing our work.
No.
Yes.
What? You have never amplified. Listen, my point. It was taken by a journalist. Have you as a person amplified that? The issues that woman raised, have you amplified it? Have you profiled that woman? No, if these things are happening in this organization which we call an alternative, then we are miles away to remove ZANU-PF and its cronies. So it was never amplified. So how many women out there who have not been had that opportunity to air their views? How many of them are out there who were disadvantaged in that circumstance? That's your job. And this is what I'm doing. Look at Maswingo. This little girl. Maybe she was a student from I don't know which this college. Whose girlfriend is she?
Tell us. You're the one who's calling. You're the one who knows.
She has never been in the structures, not even, let alone Triple C, which was formed in January last year.
You said it has no structures?
It had the structures, but these criminals moved away from a structured So, but we don't have a problem having these young girls coming in. But the justification of throwing a little girl into the deep end, she hasn't even tested, she doesn't even know how vicious ZANU-PF is. That ZANU-PF kills, she doesn't even know. So, she doesn't have a scratch. Wait, my brother.
So the only people who have the right to lead this country are people who know the scars that ZANU-PF can cause.
I'm not saying
on this show.
Wait.
Yes.
Let me tell you.
Yes. Are you saying that the only people with the right to lead and take leadership spaces must have?
That's a good question.
Yes.
That's a good question. Let me
Can I have a good answer?
Let me answer it properly. We are in a struggle. We have not arrived where we want to be. Therefore, in a war,
only generals should lead.
Wait. You put tried and tested people
The likes of Kukakapulu?
Well, I don't know whether you like him or you hate him. I don't know why his name is featuring here. But I think Advocate Pulu has done exceptionally well. He was a women's rights activist. He is a lawyer. He has excelled very well. So I don't know whether his name featuring in this conversation is in good faith or is in bad faith. It's entirely up to you. But my question is, we are in a war. People, they think they are celebrating to be in opposition. They think being in opposition, we have arrived. Having significant number of seats in parliament, we had about 99 in 2000, in 2008, they are content, they are comfortable. Having, if you control the municipalities in the country, then you are content, you are comfortable. But that's not what people of Zimbabwe want.
They want recall.
They want change. A recall, if it's going to make a change, let it be. Because if you are born, if you were born through by an illegitimate process, you remain illegitimate. So, and this is what we are doing. It doesn't matter how the media is going to take me. It doesn't matter how you're going to view my views and how you're going to take my views. I don't care. Because I stand by what I believe is right. And what I'm doing now is right. Let the people judge me. Let the history judge me. But I cannot allow this movement to be personalized. And you have never questioned those who are personalizing this movement. How are you going to remove?
But you can't say that. You can't say that, Secretary General Tshabangu.
Yeah.
You can't say that because this strategic ambiguity that you're talking about, right? It was first heard and spoken about on a show where I was questioning your president about this. So you can't come and sit there and tell me that you don't lie when you're lying right now.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Maybe I never saw it.
But how do you know about the strategic ambiguity? Because it was only spoken on my show.
No, maybe the clip, yeah.
It was only spoken on my show.
I remember.
So you can't sit here and say you tell the truth.
Listen. You did very well. Accolades to that. But even when it happened, you did not take it through. People, there were those extracts. And if people had gone through that interview, I don't think we could be in this mess today. Remember, mina in my culture, bakutshela ukuthi uhamba nyovane kuyazila. Uyawela emgodini. It will never produce a result. And this is where we are. President Nelson Chamisa, when we were in MDC, I was the provincial chairperson. He was the national organizing secretary. I was his campaigning manager at Baba Fields. For him to win against Mutsuri, it was through me and the support of Julius Makama Karagumba, who were the two guys running his campaign. And he won. When he won against Mutsuri, who had delivered seats then, he changed the constitution that a provincial chairperson should not report to the national chairperson. They should report to the organizer. And the constitution was amended and it was changed. We're reporting to the organizer. During that process, he produced a strategy called scientific organizing. That scientific organizing produced zeros. Equally so with this strategy of ambiguity. Mutsuri, during his time as the organizer, we managed to get in Manicaland 18 out of 23, Maswingo 16, if not 18 out of 23, that kind of stuff. But in 2013, we got maybe 1-0. In 2023, we're even weaker, 1-2 seats because of this strategy of ambiguity.
Did you get 0?
Well, I've lost even count because it's look, how can the whole
whole Maswingo, where the president of the party comes from, get 2 seats. It must show something. Himself as a leader, he should say there must be something wrong. Because for me to convince the entire country, I should win the hearts of the people that I represent.
But the president, the president, who's currently the president here, as you draw parallels, I want you to see that he lost in Kwekwe where he comes from. Not once. President Dema was an MP.
And is that a good thing?
But he has won as president.
But is that a good thing?
I'm just telling you.
No. Let me tell you, my brother, we are in politics. Let me give you this food for thought, or duty free. I'll give you this information duty free.
In a country where we're highly taxed.
No, yeah, well, look, I'll give you duty free information. You can't take over the reins of the power without 3 provinces that I'm going to mention here. 4 provinces. Maswingo, you need Maswingo if you want. If you're serious about power, you need Mashonaland, West, East, and Central. You need Manikaland, you need Harare. Those are the critical provinces because they control the majority. 1 province, Maswingo, it cancels the vote of Matebeleland. 2 provinces in Matebeleland. So we're insignificant. And the opposition politics today, even yesterday, they derive their power from Matebeleland, which is a protest vote. It's not people of Matebeleland like President Chamisa, like President Tshabangu, like whosoever came before them. No. But they believe that they don't want ZANU. They believe that if this person comes and is capable to challenge ZANU PF, we'll give him support. So the question is, these leaders, they all came from Maswingo, Manikaland. You need to work on Mashonaland. You need to work on Manikaland. Because these are big provinces, they've got the numbers. So if you still take 2 seats in Maswingo, and then you think you're going to challenge the owners, you are going to remove ZANU PF, it's a joke.
Amazing. I just want to thank you very much for having this robust and amazing discussion that we have had today. I wish you the best in what you're doing as you're cleaning and the Triple C and as you're shining the beacon of democracy, as you say. I hope that we will also have another opportunity after you have done your work and as you put the roadmap, as you said, to take the Triple C forward. We'll sit and also have this conversation. Like you said, people will judge you. History will judge you. Would want to see how history will judge you as you continue with this path that you take, Secretary General Tshabangu. But before I let you go, I'll allow you to just look in the people of Zimbabwe and speak from your heart.
Well, thank you very much, my brother. You know, when I came here, I had a bit of reservation because I thought you are hostile to the idea that we represent. But look, logically, it's important if the ability to even hear those who are opposed to you is what is important. So I think I've exhibited that, and I'm sure when I walk out, when I walked in and when I walk out, I see a different Mhlanga. So, well, this was a robust interview. This was a frank, fair interview. What I've heard about you is not what I've seen here. You have been fair. There were times when it's nature of an interview, therefore, but it doesn't mean that we will agree on everything. But thank you very much for giving me this opportunity and to be your guest in this platform. May God bless you. Well, to the people of Zimbabwe, this is a young man, Sengezo Tshabangu, who is coming from Matebeleland. Matebeleland is a province where
politics, national politics of Zimbabwe happen. Matabeleland has produced credible leaders, the likes of Joshua Nkomo, the likes of Sydney Malunga, I can name them, and just to name a few. So this is an opportunity that people of Zimbabwe should not really look upon the person where he is coming from, but they should buttress and support the idea. My idea, even if today I die, there are so many threats about my life. I don't care, because I have taken it upon to myself that Joshua Nkomo died, Herbert Chitepo died, all these people, they died before their time. So even if I die today, somebody else is going to usher this idea of constitutionalism, institutionalism, the party, having a collective leadership, having a constitution which is abided by the party, because if you are a party, you are the mirror of the future, you are the mirror of the next government. So if you can't practice, can't live the test and the test of your own constitution, how about when you are given the power? So people of Zimbabwe should really support the opposition. We are trying to reconfigure, trying to reconstruct the movement back to its old days when Morgan Tsvangirai was still alive, back to its days when Gibson Sibanda was still alive. I am the footprint of Morgan Tsvangirai. I am the footprint of Gibson Sibanda. I am the footprint of Herbert Chitepo. So people of Zimbabwe, support me. I think we will, like I said, ZANU-PF may be celebrating today because we have exposed ourselves to ZANU. ZANU always maneuver, capitalize on the opposition mistakes. But after this, we are coming for them. We will challenge them. We will give them a run. So watch out. Patrick Chinamasa, I'm coming out for you. So you may be celebrating today, but tomorrow you won't be celebrating my existence in this movement. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. This is and this will always be a situation right now where we talk about the politics, the people and power and the future of Zimbabwe. And I was in studio by the Secretary General, the interim Secretary General of the CCC. Now, here, my views don't matter. Here, what I think doesn't matter. This is the platform for the people of Zimbabwe. This is Heart and Soul TV and radio. And as Trevor Nue always says, come as you are. Everyone's voice must be heard. This is how we build our country. This is how we make our country better. And we thank you very much for coming through and for being open and discussing with us. And we are proud to be that voice that hosts everyone, regardless. I just want to pay tribute to my young man here who has been working behind the scenes and talking to you, Tinashe Matambo. You please come through, Tinashe Matambo. This young man is still on attachment.
Yes, my pleasure to meet you. Thank you very much.
Yeah, he's still on attachment, and we are grooming youngsters in the journalism field, and we tell them everyone should be spoken to. Thank you very much, Tinashe. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much
for coming through.
I'm looking forward to come to you. Come back.
Yes,
this was a very good interview.
We wish you the very best. And we do hope to see you changing Zimbabwe and changing the political landscape.
Our narrative will change after we deal with these internal challenges.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.